going on, everybody? It's Jay Coffee Talk. Thank you for tuning in. Take a quick moment, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. We talk it all on this channel: music, sports, news, and much more. So make sure to get up in the comments. Always want to hear your guys' thoughts on the topics in the video. But pretty crazy story here. Something that caught my eye, in the news. A member of the United States Army. His name is Jarrett Smith, and he is a specialist in the 1st Infantry Division, stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas, and he's been arrested by the feds and charged with distributing information related to explosives or weapons of mass destruction. So, like I said, that caught my eye. Basically, this guy is a domestic terrorist. Now, what's been going on is, from everything, that I've gathered from my research, he has been on the Fed's radar for quite some time. He's 24 years old, so a few years back in 2016 is when I guess he got on their radar, where he was really active online on social media and other types of, websites or messengers and things like that, talking in group chats with other people, who are trying to carry out attacks, and they're seeking knowledge on how to make bombs and stuff like that. And that's what he was doing, was sharing detailed information with people, how to create bombs and different stuff like that. And I guess he even joked, people are worried about that if you can buy guns at gun stores and stuff like that, because one of the people, I'll speak more about it in a minute, that he spoke about would be a good target of an attack, a politician, but is because of that they are, advocating for gun control. So, he doesn't want the weapons taken away. So he was joking on this messenger, they're worried about gun stores. We can just go to Walmart and get what we need to attack people. So it's pretty wild stuff, But I guess back in 2016, he had been speaking with people on these different messengers and said that he was trying to align himself with a group out of the Ukraine who was a far-right paramilitary group, some kind of militia, some radicals or whatever. Forgive me if I don't get all these different terms right. This is something that I'm not really up on, this kind of stuff. It freaks me out to think about, that there's people out there planning to hurt people just because they have different views on, society and politics and everything like that. Something I always say on my channel is that all those different terms Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, and all that stuff, I don't identify with any of that or get into those kind of, conversations and stuff like that, because people just get into arguing. My whole motto is, hey, we can talk about anything. I always urge people to get in my comment thread. We can talk about it all. And, what I always say is, we can debate and everything, and I can agree to disagree. It's totally fine if we have different views on things. You just, I'm curious to know why you feel the way you feel. That's all. But, this guy represents that there's a lot of people out there who want to attack and, hurt and kill people because they have different views on things. It's pretty scary. But he said in this messenger conversation, I guess, where the feds started monitoring him and everything, was if he couldn't get a slot with this far-right paramilitary Ukrainian group, he was going to join the United States military. And I guess, he didn't get in with these people out of the Ukraine, and he joined the Army a year later. Now, from what all my different research and what I've been reading about this stuff, is that a lot of people who try to get in with these groups and stuff like that, these groups urge people to join the military because of the different training, that they will receive in the United States Army and other branches of our military. So it's pretty scary to think, that there's that kind of people within our own military. It just freaks me out a little bit. Now, he was, like I said, how I'm talking about the left and the right and all that stuff. He was on the right, but far, far right, on a radical level where he wants to carry out attacks and stuff to get their point across. So what happened, why he's in custody now is the feds got an undercover agent, to infiltrate these different group chats and stuff like that he had been taking part in. And they had been speaking with him directly. And, like I said, since he's been arrested, the FBI interviewed him and he flat out admitted that he gave people, different directions and instructions how to create bombs when they had flat out told him it was for the purpose to carry out terrorist attacks. So this is the kind of guy we're dealing with here. Now, you'll see the different pictures popping up on the screen. He's the dude with the red hair. There'll be some, a picture where he has long red hair prior to him joining the military. And then you'll see some other pictures now where he has like shorter hair. But, yeah, man, this is scary, man. This kind of stuff exists within our military. Now, what shocks me about it is, like I said, this was back in 2016 when he was talking about getting down with this group out of the Ukraine. And then, it seems that the feds were on his radar unless, they've just got, up on him more recently and was able to find this stuff out that happened years back. But, that he was able to join the military, unless they did know and they wanted him to get into the military so that they could continue their, online surveillance of him and see what other kind of people, that they can network through him and become familiar with so that they can investigate those people as well. But, recently this federal undercover agent that was talking with him online, asked him, hey, do you know anyone in Texas that we should attack? And he said Beto O'Rourke, who's a presidential hopeful politician, out of Texas. And I guess he is heavy on gun control. So he was saying he's, the only person out of Texas that I really believe would be a just, to a target that's just for the cause. And I guess he had also reached out that the Jarrett dude had reached out and was saying, hey, I need some people in the United States to get together to carry out an attack. He had been really trying to put something together. And he also spoke about bombing a major news network with a truck full of explosives. So, this is good that this guy is not free because, like I said, man, not everyone agrees on everything, but to go out and try to bomb and kill and hurt people over this stuff is just, it's crazy, but I don't know, man. This isn't the normal kind of story that I cover, but this was just, some pretty disturbing information I came across here. So I wanted to share it with you guys and see what you guys think about this, and let's get a discussion going in that comment thread. But if he's convicted of this charge, the distributing information related to explosives or weapons of mass destruction, at the maximum he could face 20 years in federal prison. Now, I don't know exactly how it works with military courts, if he'll be charged with them as well, if they're going to wait and see how this works out with the feds and then charge them later, or it's going to get grouped in together. I don't know. But I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy stuff. So let's talk about this in the comment threads. It's Jay Coffee Talk. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel. As I said, we cover it all: music, sports, news, and much, much more. Thank you for watching. Let's talk about this. I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.